Students, in this class I am discussing question number 12 of exercise 6.2 from your Ncert book, Mathematics class 12. Okay, and here I am discussing the question, the problem based on increasing and decreasing function from your Ncert book. Okay, and here is a question is that, and which of the following functions are strictly decreasing on open interval 0 to pi by 2. Okay, here the first function is given cos x, second function is given cos 2x, third function cos 3x, and fourth one is tan x. Let's see one by one. First point A given what? Cos x. Here fx given cos x. First function given cos x. Okay. So what you know, according to, in order to find out the increasing and decreasing function, we have to find out the slope of the function by finding the derivative. Okay, derivative of fx is equal to minus sin x. Yes or no? F dash x is minus sin x. Understand? Okay. Yes. So now you see in the interval 0 to pi by 2. Look at here. In the interval 0 to pi by 2, we know in the interval when in interval open interval 0 to pi by 2, and all of you know, okay, we know that. What do you know? The sin x is greater than 0, means positive. Yes or no? Sin x greater than 0 positive in the first function, in the first quadrant. When the, okay, in the interval 0 to pi by 2, it means the angle lies in the first quadrant. In the first quadrant, the sin x is greater than 0, which is positive. That implies minus sin x is less than 0. That implies fx, f dash x is less than 0. Hence, f is strictly decreasing in the interval, in the open interval 0 to pi by 2. Understand or not? Okay, is it clear? So let's see the second function, and here fx given in the second function is given that fx is equal to cos 2x. Understand? Let us find out the derivatives in the similar manner. F dash x is equal to minus 2 sin 2x. Understand? Now you see, here you see the x belongs to, given that x belongs to 0 to pi by 2. It is given that implies 0 is less than x is less than pi upon 2. Understand or not? Okay, it means the domain x lies between 0 to pi by 2. Here the angle is 2x. Let us multiply it. Okay, here 2 on the both side of the inequation. 2 into 0 what? 2 into 0, you can write 0 is less than 2 into x is 2x. Okay, is less than 2 into pi by 2 is pi. Understand? It means when the x lies between 0 to pi by 2, then 2x lies between the interval 0 and pi. Understand? That implies now sin 0 is less than sin 2x is less than sin pi. Yes or no? It means that implies the sin 2x, sin 0 will mean 0, yes or no, and less than sin 2x and less than sin pi. Understand? It means you see the 2x lies between 0 to pi. The 2x lies between 0 to pi means which quadrant? 0 to pi, this is 0 and this is pi. Understand or not? So 0 to pi means which quadrant? This is the first and second quadrant. So angle lies in the second quadrant, and we know in the second quadrant sin 2x is what? Sin theta is always positive. That implies we can write sin 2x is greater than 0 in the second quadrant in interval 0 to pi. Yes or no? Understand? If sin 2x is greater than 0, then it is given that minus 2 sine 2x minus 2 sine 2x will be less than 0. That implies, what are you finding here? So f dash x is less than 0 in the interval 0 to pi. Understand? Okay. So f dash x is less than 0 in the interval 0 to pi. Thus, and is also, it is clear that f is, since f dash x is less than 0, so according to definition, the slope of the function is becoming negative. F dash x less than 0 means the slope of the function is becoming negative, like this. Slope of the function becomes negative. Understand? So f is strictly decreasing. Okay, in the interval 0 to pi upon 2. Understand? So f dash x is, so the function f is strictly decreasing in the interval 0 to pi by 2. Understand? So we saw in the first cases the cos x, the function fx is equal to cos x is strictly decreasing in the interval 0 to pi by 2. Understand? And similarly the second function is cos 2x, also okay, strictly decreasing in the interval 0 to pi by 2. Let us see the third function. Okay. Understand? Okay. Let's see. Understand this first and second bit. Let's see once again. Here fx is cos x. So derivative of x is minus sin x. This is the slope of the function. Now you in the interval 0 to pi by 2. We know that sin x is greater than 0. Why? Because the angle lies in the first quadrant. In the first quadrant, sin theta is always positive. So sin x is always positive. That's why sin x is greater than 0. And if sin x is greater than 0, here is given f dash x minus sin x. So minus sin x must be less than 0. Understand? It means f dash x is less than 0. Since f dash x is less than 0, it means slope of the function becoming negative. That's why if the slope of the function is negative, understand? So f is strictly decreasing function in the open interval 0 to pi by 2. Similarly, the second function is cos 2x. Okay. So what is the derivative of the function f dash x, which is minus 2 sin 2x. Okay. Here the angle x lies between 0 to pi by 2. It means 0 is less than x is less than pi by 2. It means we have here the angle is 2x. So multiply 2 on both sides of the inequation. So 0 multiplied 2 is 0. Is less than 2x is less than 2 into pi by 2 is pi. It means, okay, understand? So now is multiply sin 2x on both sides. It means, you see, and since 0 is less than 2x is less than pi, we know the angle 2x lies between 0 to pi. It means first quadrant and second quadrant. And in the first and second quadrant, according to ASTC rule, okay, or sugar to coffee, as per the proper, okay, understand? The conventional signs of the trigonometric ratio, and you know in the first and second quadrant, the sin x is positive, that's why sin 2x is positive. It means sin 2x is greater than 0 in the interval 0 to pi. It means minus, if sin 2x is greater than 0 in the interval 0 to pi, here the derivative of the function is minus 2 sin 2x. So minus 2 sin 2x will be less than 0. It means f dash x is less than 0, okay, in the interval 0 to pi. Thus it is clear that the f dash x is strictly decreasing function. Since f dash x is less than 0, so we can say the f is strictly decreasing function in the open interval 0 to pi by 2. Is it clear? Understand? Okay, let's see the third function. Okay, in the third function, let's see what is the third function given here. In third function given, here given fx is given cos 3x. That implies finding the derivative. Find out the derivative. F dash x is equal to minus 3 sin 3x. Understand or not? That implies you see here the domain given x belongs to 0 to pi upon 2. Is it clear? That implies 0 is less than x is less than pi upon 2. Yes or no? So here the angle is 3x, so multiply 3 on both sides of the inequation. 3 into 0 is what? 0 is less than 3 multiplied x is 3x is less than 3 pi by 2. 3 pi by 2 means which quadrant? You see the angle lies in which quadrant? 0, this is pi and this is 3 pi by 2. Understand or not? So first quadrant, second quadrant and third quadrant. It means this function, it means the 3x belongs to 0 to pi. 0 to what? 3 pi by 2. Understand? So you see, here you see the 3x divides. Here 3x divides. And here 3x divides the interval 0, 3 pi by 2 into 3 designed into 2 into 2 designed interval. 2 designed intervals. Yes or no? 2 designed intervals. Okay, one is 0 pi and another is what? Pi and 3 pi by 2. 3 pi by 2. Here, understand? You see the real number, here the domain, the 3x divides the interval 0, 3 pi by 2 into 2 designed interval. 2 designed interval. Understand or not? Okay. Is it clear? Means, first is the first interval 0, you see now. Here is what? 0. And this is 3 pi by 2. And here pi. So here getting two intervals, 2 designed intervals we have to find out. And in the interval 0 to pi, you have to check whether the function is increasing or decreasing. And in the interval pi to 3 pi, you have to check whether the function is strictly increasing or decreasing. Okay, understand? Okay, since in the interval 0 to pi, what are you seeing here? What are you seeing? That implies, you see in the interval 0 to pi, you know the sine 3x is greater than 0. So it means when the angle will lie in the first quadrant and second quadrant, 0 to pi. This is 0 to pi. So sine theta, sine of angle, trigonometric ratio is always positive. So sine 3x is greater than 0. Understand or not? Is it clear? If sine 3x is greater than 0, it means you can get that. What are you getting? You see it is given what? What is the f dash x is minus 3 sine 3x must be less than 0. That implies f dash x is less than 0. It means the function f is, hence f is strictly decreasing in the interval 0 to pi. Understand? Okay. This is the first point. So in the function, so you see now in the interval 0 to pi, the function is strictly decreasing. Let's see. Strictly, the function is strictly decreasing in the interval 0 to pi. In the next interval pi to 3 pi. So in the pi to 3 pi means angle lies in which quadrant? Angle lies in which quadrant? So this quadrant and this quadrant, that is known as third quadrant. Understand? Okay. Is it clear? Understand? Note down. Is it clear now? Once again see fx is equal to cos 3x. So f dash x is equal to minus 3 sin 3x. Now see the interval x belongs to 0 to pi by 2. It means 0 is less than x is less than pi by 2. So 0 is less than 3x, multiply 3 on the both sides of the inequation because the angle is 3x. So 0 is less than 3x is less than 3 pi by 2. It means the 3x belongs to the interval 0 to 3 pi by 2. Now you see, if you clearly see the angle 0 to 3 pi by 2, this point is 0. You see 0 to 3 pi by 2, this interval Okay, it's divided. 3x divide the interval 0 to 3 pi by 2 into two disjoint interval. One is 0 to pi, another is what? Pi to 3 pi by 2. Understand? So here 3x divides the interval 0 to 3 pi by 2 into two disjoint intervals. One is 0 to pi, another is pi to 3 pi by 2. So in the open interval 0 to pi, you see sin 3x is greater than 0. We know that in the first and second quadrant, sin theta is always positive. Okay, whatever the values of angle, in the first and second quadrant, sin theta is always positive. So sin 3x is greater than 0 because it lies in the first and second quadrant. Similarly, so minus 3 sin x is also, if sin 3x is greater than 0, here the derivative of the function we got f dash x, which is minus 3 sin 3x. So if sin 3x is greater than 0, so minus 3 sin 3x is less than 0. It means the f dash is less than 0. It means the slope of the function is less than 0. So the function is strictly decreasing in the interval 0 to pi. Is it clear? Understand? Now let us see the another interval. In the second interval, what? Okay. In the second interval, what? Pi to 3 pi by 2. So here, understand? So here is 0 to 3 pi by 2. This interval is divided into two parts. One is the 0 to pi. Here the function is strictly decreasing. And in the next interval, pi to 3 pi by 2. In the interval pi to 3 pi by 2. In this interval, you know, here the angle lies in between the pi to 3 pi by 2. It means 3x belongs to pi and 3 pi by 2. That implies 3x lies between which quadrant? Third quadrant. In third quadrant, what is that? The sin x. The sin 3x is less than, sin 3x is what? Less than 0. Okay, negative. That implies minus 2 sin 3x minus 3 sin 3x. Minus 3 sin 3x is less than 0. That implies f dash x is less than 0. Thus, it is clear that f is decreasing function. F is decreasing function in the interval, given interval 0 to pi by 2. Okay, here f is strictly if minus 3x sin 3x is less than 0, so minus 3x is greater than 0. Sorry, if 3x belongs to pi to 3 pi by 2, the sin 3x is less than 0 because in the third quadrant, okay, sin theta is negative. So if sin 3x is less than 0, so minus 3x, so minus 3x is greater than 0. It means the f dash is greater than 0. So if the function is strictly, what I mean? The function is strictly increasing, not decreasing, students. Okay? Understand? We are mistaken. So is it clear now? It means f is strictly increasing in the interval, what? Pi to 3 pi by 2. Understand? So in this interval, the function is strictly increasing. In this interval, the function is strictly decreasing. So in the interval 0 to pi, the function is strictly decreasing. And the interval pi to 3 pi, the function is strictly decreasing. Here, the function is strictly decreasing in the interval 0 to pi. 0 to pi upon 2. Understand? So in this first point, we saw the function is strictly decreasing in the interval 0 to pi by 2. And in the second point, we saw, this is the second point you can write, and the function is strictly increasing. F is strictly increasing in the interval what? 0 to pi by 2. Understand? So it is clear that the function is neither increasing nor decreasing in the interval 0 to pi by 2. Is it clear? Understand or not? Okay, this point you can once again see here. A little bit we have mistaken here. F dash x is minus 3 sin 3x. Here 3x belongs to 3 pi by 2 in the third quadrant I am talking. So sin 3x is less than 0 in the third quadrant. Understand? because the angle 3x belongs to third quadrant. So sin theta is negative. So sin 3x is less than 0. So minus 3 sin 3x is greater than 0. So if dash is greater than 0, it means the function is strictly increasing in the interval 0 to pi by 2. Understand? In the first one we got function is strictly decreasing in the interval 0 to pi by 2, and the function is strictly increasing in the interval 0 to pi by 2. It means the function is neither increasing nor decreasing. Understand or not? Is it clear? So we got what you got here. So here in the third bit we got for the function fx is equal to cos 3x. Okay, and f is what? F is strictly what? Decreasing in the interval 0 to pi by 2, and f is strictly function is strictly decreasing in the interval what? 0 to pi, and strictly increasing in the interval pi to 3 pi by 2. That implies f is neither increasing, neither strictly increasing, nor decreasing in the interval 0 to what? 0 to pi by 2. Is it clear? Understand? Okay. Now let us see the fourth bit. Is it clear now? Okay. Okay, let us come to the fourth bit. So each and every bit we have to discuss, and each function, there are 4 functions are given. We saw in the 3 cases. Now let us see the fourth function is that, and here is given the d is equal to function is equal to fx. Here fx given what? Tan x. Let us find out the derivative of function fx is equal to what? Sec square x. Understand? Since x belongs to 0 to pi upon 2, and in the first quadrant, that belongs to which quadrant? First quadrant. And we know the first quadrant sec square x is greater than 0. That implies f dash x is greater than 0. Thus the function f is strictly increasing in the interval 0 to pi by 2. Understand? So thus we got in each and every cases in which function the function is strictly decreasing, and in which function is strictly decreasing, and in which case the function is neither decreasing nor increasing. Understand, students? Okay. Thank you, all of you. Let's see, let's watch, let's practice, let's follow. Once again, thank you.